We good?
We're good.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Murky Corner, where we come to you live from Murky's Corner to give you the updates for last week's action.
That's right, Steve. It is Tuesday, and that only means one thing. Time for the picks.
Skanks. Skanks.
Let's go, boys.
The Murky Corner.
Oh, yes. Steve giving us a sound check. Love it. All right, let's get right into it. Who's up first? Chad. That is Chad. Chad is up. Week 3. OSU Marshall over 52. That's a win. The OSU overs are, that's a good safe bet. What wasn't a safe bet?
Ohio State.
That's right. That is. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to rechange. We're gonna have to change that to the. I believe it's how we sent it in the email. Just the. Sounded like Taylor Decker out there doing his introduction on Monday Night Football. USC minus the 5.5 against your Michigan Wolverines. Steve, how does that make you feel?
I don't give a flying fuck. Michigan won, bitch.
Laos. Texas minus 45.5. That's a win. Moving on to his NFL, Stevie.
Oh, yeah, so that's a 2-1 in the college game. Not bad, not bad. Chris is going to go take a poop. What do we got in the pro games? We have Chiefs minus 4.5, Texans minus 2, Lions minus 3. That's going to be a 1-2 with the Chiefs and Texans being your losses, Lions being your win. It's going to make you 1-2 in the NFL, 2-1 in the pro, 3-3 on the week, 9 points towards 25. I believe that's going to put you tied for like third, fourth-ish, somewhere in there. Not great, not bad. Moving on.
Who we got in here? Well, we got Danny P in here.
We got Chris. This is Chris.
No, I was looking at our
screen.
viewers.
Yep, we got Roblox Forever. I believe that's going to be Cousin Pat.
How did that be fair?
I'll tell you later. All right. Going into Chris's picks. I got to give you all 6. Here we go. We got OSU Marshall over the 52. Utah minus 1.5. And Rutgers Vatech over the 45.5. That's going to be a 2-1. With his loss being Rutgers and Vatech. Didn't watch it. I was probably blackout by then because Michigan beat USC. Nice job, 2-1, not bad. NFL, we've got Houston, Minnesota under 45. Miami, Seattle under 41. A couple under bets. I didn't think he would ever stoop that low. Tampa
Take
Bay,
a little page out of your book, Steve.
minus 6.5. You should have stuck all unders because Tampa Bay minus 6.5 was a loser to make you 2-1 in your pro picks and your college picks, giving you 4 points, making it a total of 8 on the race to 25. And I believe
Dude, I was
got it
happy
written down.
to be over 500.
I will give you the overalls at the end.
Yeah, I got them in the last.
We got like
page.
8 and 9, 9 and 8.
Yeah,
We're
we got
close.
Yeah, I got them all here for at the end when we get there.
All right, moving on to Danny P. Are you with me? Danny, this is just for you, by the way. We were talking about it today, so I put it out. I saw it in the garage. I'll give you the college picks for DP.
All right.
Boston College minus 6.5. That was a loss because wasn't it a close game with Sparty? I don't know.
It was a close game. I didn't doubt him. I wanted to get on that game, but I just needed to see one more game, and now I can jump on the MSU train with my picks and all that. I haven't had him on my picks yet this year. Can you believe that?
I cannot. I don't know much about that game because I was blackout by that point because
It was a good game. It was in the rain. The
Michigan
rain
won.
sucked. I tell you, that Aiden Childs, man.
we've got
He makes me happy and he makes me mad.
Iowa, Minnesota over 36. That was a win, and Utah minus 1.5. That was a win, making it 2-1 on the college game for Danny P.
NFL. Danny P. Houston minus the 2. That was a loss. That was what? That was
the
Houston and the
Minnesota
Vikings.
game.
Yeah. That was a good game. Not for Houston, though. Seattle minus 5.5. That was a win.
That's water.
Had him in the Baltimore in the pick'em with Dallas. That's a win. 2-1 in the NFL. 2-1 in the college. They go 4-2 on the week. That's what I'm talking about.
That's giving him 4 points for this week, and the race to 25 is going to put him at 9. Also,
Right now, I'm in the race to catch Danny P in the standings.
Danny P 9 points.
It's gonna help when he goes
Chris
4-2.
8 points, and Chad 9 points. So as it stands, we're tied for first. Very good.
As it stands.
And now we go to Rose. Rose, we will tip the cap. Chris, tip the cap. It would appear Rose has gone 6-0. He had Cincinnati, MSU, and Indiana. Cincinnati minus the 3.5. Indiana minus the 28.5.
28.5. That's a big number.
MSU getting the 6.5. Now we fact checked this twice. There's still a chance we could be wrong.
Yeah,
We have 3 wins on the NCAA side. That's true.
We definitely went over them all multiple times because we didn't want it to be true.
In the NFL, he went Green Bay getting the 2.5, 2 and a hook. I'm sorry. Baltimore was a pick'em. They won outright. Colorado or Dallas. I'm sorry. And then the Rams getting 7.5, and I think they went to
won
overtime
outright.
and
Yeah,
won outright.
they won overtime.
And Green Bay, I think, curb stomped. So
Yeah.
we've got a 6-0. Big week for
Big week.
the Rose, making him. He went from 6 points for the 25 race all the way up to 12. That's a big deal. I believe when we get to the final standings, you'll see. I think he bumped all the way up to second place with the 6-0 week.
Yeah.
So very
Yeah,
good
that's
job.
quite possible. There's definitely some bumping going on in the standings. That's for sure.
Some bump and grinding.
Yeah.
We moved
I like
to
this little monitor that we got going on over here, Steve. I really like that.
Yeah, big deal. I bet they don't because they don't get to look.
No,
at
they don't know. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
I'm here.
They don't know about the child that's distracting us, and we're powering through because we're professionals here, guys. All right. Who's up?
Big month.
Big Mike. Big Mike had not such a big week. NCAA picks. NC State plus the 20. Not enough. Not enough. That was a loss. Okie State. That's plus 1.5. I always forget the ones that don't have it are the plus. Yeah. Yep. I said this last week. I'm done with Okie State. I was riding that train last year. It was doing good. This year I've been betting against them. Every time I pick against them, I win. Tennessee minus the 7. That was a win to go 1 and 2 in your college pick. Stevie, how'd he do in the NFL?
The NFL, he went 1-2. His 2 losses. Houston minus 2. They lost outright. New Orleans was getting 2. I believe they lost by 22. I might need to fact. Do you have a score on that, by the way?
Which team?
New Orleans.
The New Orleans
Saints.
game? Did I get that one? I know I wrote it down. I don't know if I wrote down
The Saints plus 2. They lost. You wrote lost, but not the score. I
Yep,
forgot who
didn't
they
put
even
the
played.
score. Didn't put the
I
score.
know they had a rough week, coming off a huge week. And then the
Only write
Detroit
down the
minus
teams I
3
care
was a
about.
win. That was a slam dunk all the way. I was with you on that one. That's going to give you a 1-2 for both, making you 2 points positive for the race to 25. You go from 4 to 6. I'm pretty sure that's going to make you the bottom dweller, the armpit, the asshole of the group. So that sucks.
Gotta
I'm
get it
gonna
right.
need- I'm gonna
Gotta
need
get
to
it
pick
right.
up.
Get away from Okie State.
I want to go back and look at all of his.
Might I suggest some Iowa overs?
Looking at it
Those are hitting
quickly,
this year.
he's got 2 wins on the year in the college game. And wasn't last year great in college?
I thought he was great in
And
college
bad
and
in
bad
pro.
in the
This
pro.
year it seems like you
And you were opposite,
You're
which
going
you
away.
are continuing this, but we'll talk about
we
that
shouldn't
in a
spend so
minute.
much time on last place.
All right.
Let's move on to cousin Pat.
Cut and Pat. Week 3 NCAA Kansas State minus the 6.5. That's a loss. But he did take my Spartans plus the 6.5. That's a smart Michigan fan right there. MSU plus the 6.5. That's a win. He also took India. He was right there with Rosie with the Indiana minus the 28.5. That was a
Did you know anything about that?
I knew nothing. Why didn't you guys tell us about Indiana? All right, 2-1 on the college. How'd he do in the pros, Steve?
He went 1-2 in the pros with his lone win coming via Malik Willis and the Green Bay Packers plus 2.5. They win. I believe they won outright, making Malik Willis 2-0 in substitute for Jordan Love. Kind of impressive.
Yeah. How'd that happen?
I know he looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
Good game plan, good coaching going on. It's fucking Green Bay, right? Yeah. We've got the Chargers. They lost outright in Pittsburgh, 20-10, I believe. They were getting 1 and a hook. And the Bucks, they ruined everybody's cards this weekend. They were given 6.5, and they lost outright. It's going to make him 2-1 in the college game, 1-2 in the pros. That gives him 3 points added on his race to 25, going from 6 last week to 9 this week. He's right in the mix with 2 or 3 other guys at the 8 or 9 number.
It's yeah.
All right, there you go. These are my picks.
Stevie B, I got you. Sit there, take a sip of your water. USC, U of M, he took the under 46.5. That was a loss. Steve and his unders. Navy, Memphis, under 50.5.
Navy?
That was a loss.
Navy almost got to 50, but Navy.
Yeah.
Military school
Yeah.
almost hit
Yeah.
50.
Usually win like 17 to 13.
Bro.
Then you had Toledo, Western Kentucky under 63. That was a win. So to say we can go in 0-3 in it, 1-2, 1-2 in your
And
college.
I
bid.
thought
Let's-
I was going 0-3 because let me tell you, I was blackout by 5 o'clock. You want to know why?
Wow.
Because Michigan beat USC.
Moving on to your pros, you were 6-0 in the pros coming into the week, and you picked the Colts -1. That's a win.
Slam dunk.
Carolina, Las Vegas over 38. That's a win.
Slam dunk.
And the Detroit Lions -3. That's a win.
Slam
So
dunk.
go 3-0,
All
9-0 in the pros.
Listen, you guys, if you're not betting against Caleb Williams every week, whether it be eating the points or betting the under, you're not paying attention. Those are the facts. That's an easy one. That's a freebie every single week from me to you. I care.
I don't even know if I've touched Chicago.
As
I
your
look at it,
leader
I'm just-
and two-time champion, I'm giving you this cookie. Bet against this motherfucker because he ain't got it. He ain't him. It's not happening. All right? It's not happening. I will gladly lose 5 times betting against them all year long. That's the fact. All right, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
So the overalls, we've got Chad at 9-9, Chris at 8-9-1, Danny P at 9-8-1. So those 3 guys right there, separated by a half point, big deal. We've got Rosie at 12-6, Mike at 6-12. So that puts Rosie on top, Mike on the bottom. We got ourselves a sandwich right now. Cousin Pat moves into the middle of the sandwich at 9-8-1, separated for that second place tie or third place tie by a half point, and then I'm still in the lead at 13-5, 1 game ahead of Rose after his huge week, which we do need to go back and verify one more time because I can't believe he went 6-0. I think he even said he went 5-1.
I believe so, but
The facts kind of read 6-0.
yeah. So Stevie's in first place, Rosie's in second, just by 1 point.
Potentially.
Then you got
Rose,
Pat.
thanks for sending your picks the way you did this week. Appreciate it.
Like you said, Pat's in third because of that tie. He's 9-8-1. Then Chad at 9-9, Danny P at 9-8-1. They're tied. Chad at 9-9. I'm at 8-9-1. Mike, just need one good week, and anything can happen.
That'll do it. Yep. One good week. Rose was a prime example of that. Going forward, keep it coming. Reply to the email. Rosie, send your highlighted picture, however you're doing it. Last week worked out well. Go Tigers. Another win
Oh, yeah,
today.
another win for them. Hey, how about my new shirt? Oh, look at that. You like that?
I do.
That gives me no love.
All right,
Oh,
guys. The email might come out tomorrow because I've got things to do over here on the dad front. Stay tuned. If you want to find the lines, go to Circus Sports. Click around, you'll find them. You get a little head start. But the email coming out tomorrow. That's all from Murky's Corner.
Hope you guys have a good week, except for everyone in front of me, which is most of you.